Hi, my darlings. This is Colette, and it's your weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday, the 4th of July. And it's a cracker, a big, big card for the week ahead. I know I said I would be off for 2 weeks, but the weather's been awful, although the sun is out massively now. But the weather's been bad, and I just decided that I was missing you. So there we go. So I'm here with your weekly tarot card. It's called The Judgment, and this is my beautiful Rorik deck. The original Judgment has an angel on it with a trumpet, and she's, or he, I'm never quite sure, is calling the dead up out of their graves, and it looks really, really spooky and quite right, but still a wee bit, oh my goodness. So that's like the traditional Rider-Waite decks. But in Rorik, we've got beautiful, beautiful figure. The original card's kind of written on the bottom, and there's not much on it apart from the odd feather, etc. And this very, very straight gaze of the female. And this thing in the middle is actually a judge's gavel or gavel. And for those of you who haven't been to court or haven't watched Law and Order, that's the thing that when the judge gives their decision, that they go bump on the table or rap, rap, rap to say that's the judgment done. So that's what that instrument is on the card. So we've got a very intensely, a gaze that is looking right through you. And the card is called Judgment. Now, what does that mean generally for the week ahead? Well, this is card 20 of the Major Arcana, massive, massive card. And, you know, when the tarot was first used as a divination tool, this literally meant that, you know, you were going up to the big man in the sky and you were going to be judged. Now we see it as a kind of pause in life, and a very important card to say, how would you like to be judged? How would you like to be seen? Where are you in your life at the moment? Are you proud of it? Are you not? Are you happy with it? Are you not? What type of person are you? If someone called on you right now and said, stand up, are you proud of your life? And you could say, well, no. Or have you achieved your potential? Or are you on your way to achieving your potential? And we were like, no. Well, the point of this card is to give us all a bit up the backside and say, come on, at one day, you're going to be asked, what did you do in this life? And, you know, that seems a big thing for a weekly tarot card, but let's take it down a bit. In your day-to-day life, we're all striving for something. We're all striving to be our best at one thing or to live a good life or whatever. And sometimes we fall down a wee bit, and sometimes we need a wee reminder that, you know, we have to look inward. We have to look at ourselves and say, how do I judge myself? Not from a kind of earthy point of view, but try and see it as your higher self judging you here and now. How far along your soul journey are you? Are you really trying? Are you disciplined? Have you given up a wee bit? And think about how that works for you, and take the wee bit up the backside, and then think, well, okay, maybe halfway to achieving that dream. So I'll go for it. How do you feel as a person? Are you happy with the way that life's going? And if you're not, what can you do about it? Use your own good judgment, your higher self's judgment. And that means maybe doing a wee meditation on it and letting your intuition guide you, and then really motivating yourself to get back on course. And it's not about other people judging you. That is not the point of this card in any way. This is about how you feel about yourself along your life's journey. And because of that, yes, it is a biggie. Now, also, the original card, as we see, has the dead going up from their graves. And actually, in some decks, this is called resurrection, and it gives that aspect of, it's time to move up a level. And I see this as a very spiritual card. It's when it comes out, and it doesn't come out very often in major spreads. When it comes out, the person is ready to take the step or the leap of faith from one plateau spiritually up to the next one. So for those of you who are empathic or are following a spiritual path, you could find this week that you actually get things happening that take you up to the next plateau, and that's wonderful. And mind and tell me, get in touch with me. I've got a few people that have actually been getting involved and saying, well, since you did that, that happened, etc. So there's a real spiritual energy, and it can bring an opening up of mediumship. So if it's a week that you want to, tune into your spirits, then you certainly have the backing of the angels or of the veil or whatever. Okay, so big card. Don't know if I'm putting it over the way I should, because in the background there is the aspect of the, the more old-fashioned decks, the more traditional decks, and then you have Rorig on top that kind of blows it in a different direction. But enjoy spiritual progress this week, and literally look at yourself and say, how would my higher self judge me just now? And then nobody's perfect. You'll find yourself lacking a little bit in some places. Make them right, so that when the real judgment day comes, you can stand proud. Okay, so how does it affect us in the main areas of life? Let's look at career. With career, it can mean that there's a nice little leap coming, a sense of moving up to a new plateau, a new way of working, but it always comes with a degree of understanding of maybe why you got that promotion or why you need to move on. It kind of always comes with a wee bit of a lesson for us, and sometimes that can be a wee quirky thing. It doesn't mean it's always a good lesson, but it can be the lesson that makes us say, do you know what, I'm going to try harder and I'm going to be there next year. Or, yes, I see why I got that promotion, because I did this, and this. Very, very positive card, although it can be a wee bit quirky at times in career. If we look at health, the judgment card, again, because it's a major arcana, can be very much about judging how far you've come along a health road. Taking a time out and saying, well, I've been struggling with this for a while. What more can I do? Is there anything I can do? Is there anything that my higher spirit would like me to know, my higher self to intuit to me? Is there anything I could do physically that would help me on my life's journey? This card, again, if you look at it, the female has very, very rosy cheeks, and I sometimes see that as facial skin rash or even high blood pressure, but that's just me. So for health, watch out for high blood pressure and any rashes or stings in the week ahead. If we look at love, again, judgment time, banging that gavel, saying, right, this is what we've done up to now. This is a judgment. And a lot of couples with this card actually find that they do sit down and say, have we achieved what we wanted to achieve at this stage? If not, why not? Are we ready to take the next level up? Because if we're not, then maybe the partnership isn't going where we want. But equally very positive, it can, bring out that sense of, we've done fine, we're where we are, let's go for the next 5-year plan. So it can be very good in love, and it does bring a lovely healing energy to love as well. If we look at wealth, again, this card, depending on the ones that round about it, I could give you 1,000 meanings for. But in wealth, it's again stepping back. If you've had a financial plan and it's maybe you've drifted it a wee bit, is to go back and say, right, let's be very, very intense on this. Let's look at it very closely. what do we need to do so that, it's very much what we want and what we need. Also, any legal documents or anything that are coming past this week, make sure that you're really gazing deeply at them and making sure that you're making the right judgment call, to be honest. Also, if you're too materialistic and you're living your life for money and the new suite and that holiday and that car and whatever, then you might find that there's a hiccup this week that brings you back down to looking at what's truly, truly worthwhile in life. So again, we quick aside to it, but most major arcana cards, depending on the cards that are round about them, will give so many different meanings. So to have one just out as the weekly one, it has all sorts of energies round about it. But I'm tending to go for the more positive one this week. But there is a good spiritual dimension. There's a sense of angelic presence. There's a sense of being looked after. There's a sense of feeling the spirit world closer. And that's what I love personally about this card. So I hope you have a good week ahead. Can I say happy Independence Day to all my YouTube subscribers in the United States of America, and just on a personal level, hope that in the next few years that as a Scot I may have my own Independence Day at one point. So have a good time and enjoy the celebrations and think of what that meant and think of where you're going with your life, so that you can turn your face to the sun and feel that you've done a good job. So have a good week. I've got lots more videos coming. Had a lot of good ideas over my wee holiday break, and looking forward to implementing them. So very massive card 20 of the major arcana. Now there's only one card after that, which is card 21, the world, and then the whole cycle finishes and then goes back to card 0 with the Fool and starts again. So maybe a wee bit of a reminder there that, time in this world is kind of linear, although I can do another video on that as well. But theoretically, we've got to look at our lives and say, have we come as far as we would have wanted to within our own capacity, within our own limitations? Don't judge yourself against anybody else. That's not the point of this card. It's about your own progress at your own rate. Are you happy with that? If you are, then enjoy the judgment card. Many blessings. See you next week. Bye now.